Hey guys, it's your girl Mama Guy again, and I'm in with another video. Today we are coming to do this beautiful pearl beaded bag. It's easy to make at the comfort of your home. So if you are interested, don't go away, stay with me. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Let's go. Okay, so these are the materials needed. This is my pearl bead, 8mm pearl beads that I'm coming to use for the bag. 8mm pearl beads, and this is how it looks. And this is my fish line, 0.70mm fish line, and this is how it looks. And the scissors to cut my fish line. Now this is the fish line that I've cut. Yes, cut a length that will be okay for you. So I'm coming to add 5 beads on the line. One side of the fish line, you add 5 beads on one side of the fish line, and this is how it looks. Hold the fifth one, use the other fish line to cross it inside like this. Hold the two end of the fish line and pull it. Yes, this is how it looks. This is how it looks. 5 beads to make a ring. 5 beads to make a ring. So on this fish line, I'm going to add 2 beads on this line to 2 beads. So I'm going to pick 5 beads. I'm going to pick 5 beads like this. Yes, and put 2 at one side of the fish line, 2 at the other side of the fish line. Yes, and use the last one to cross the fish line inside like this. Cross the 2 fish line inside like this. Hold the 2 end and pull it. So this is how it's looking. 6 beads of ring. So hold the 2 end like this. Pick 5 beads. 5 beads. Add 2 at one side of the fish line. Add another 2 at the one side of the fish line. Yes, and use the fifth one to cross inside like this. Cross the fish line inside like this. Hold the 2 end and pull it. Yes, so this is how it's looking. Yes, so on this fish line, I'm going to add 2 on this fish line to 2. So I'm holding the 2 ends together. Hold the 2 ends together like this. Pick 5 beads like this. Add 2 to one side like this, and add 2 to the other side like this. Yes, so the fifth one, you put it inside one fish line and use the other fish line to cross it inside the bead like this. Hold the 2 end and pull it like this. Yes, so this is how it's looking. Yes, so now on this fish line, I'm going to add 2 on the other fish line to 2. So I'm holding the 2 ends together like this. Hold the 2 ends together like this. Pick 5 beads. 5 beads. Add 2 to one side of the fish line. Add 2 to the other side of the fish line. And yes, so the fifth one, put it inside one fish line and use the other one to cross it like this inside. Hold the 2 end and pull it. So this is what you will get. Yes, so this is how it's looking. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 rings. So this one is 5 rings. This one is 6 rings. So I have 6 rings 6 and 5 rings 1. So now I'm coming to end with 5. So on my left hand, I'm going to add 3 beads. 3 beads on my left hand. 1 2 3. So on my right hand, I'm going to add 1. Yes, like this. So this is how it's looking, like this. So I'm going to hold the third one on my left hand and use my right hand fish line to cross inside it. So this is how it's looking. This is how it's looking. So I end with 5 again. I start with 5 and end with 5. So I'm coming to row to the other side. So on this fish line, I'm coming to add 5 beads on this fish line. 1 2 3 4 5. So this is the fifth one. I'm holding the fifth one and using the other fish line to cross inside it like this. You cross the fish line inside the beads and pull it. So this is how it's looking. So on this fish line, I'm going to pass it through 2 beads. I'm passing it through 2 beads like this and like this. I'm passing it through 2 beads, and this is how it's looking. So on this fish line, I'm going to add 3 beads. 3 beads. So 1, 2, 3. So the third one, I'll hold it and use the other fish line to cross inside the bead like this and pull it. Yeah, so this is how it's looking. So I'm passing this fish line through this bead and this bead. Yes, this bead and this bead. I'm passing it through the bead, 2 beads, the next 2 beads like this. And on this fish line, I'm going to add 3 beads. 3 beads on this fish line. 1, 2, 3. So you hold the third one, use the other fish line to cross inside and pull it. Yeah, so this fish line, I'm coming to pass it through this bead and this bead again. I'm passing it through these 2 beads again. So on this fish line, I'm coming to add 3 beads. 1, 2, 3. You hold the third one, use the other fish line to cross it inside like this and pull it. So now I'll continue like that, putting it inside the 2 beads and be adding my 3 beads till I reach the end here. So at the end, I'm passing it through these 2 beads. I'm passing this fish line through the next 2 beads. The next 2 beads like this. And on this fish line, I'm coming to add 3 beads. 3 beads again. 1, 2, 3. And use the other fish line to cross it inside the third bead. So this is how it's looking. So this fish line, I'm going to pass it through this bead. This bead like this. The last bead like this. So on this fish line, I'm going to add 3, and on this fish line, I'm going to add 1 to make it 4. So this is the 4 bead that I've picked. 1, 2, 3, and I'll add the 4th one on this line. Yeah, so this is how it's looking. So hold the one you've put the 3 beads on, hold the third one, use the other fish line to cross it inside like this and pull it. So this is how it's looking. Yeah, so this is how it's looking. Yeah, so here I'm going to pass the fish line through the base because it's too small for me to use. So I'll pass it through the base and cut another fish line. Yes, so I'm passing it through the beads like this. Yes, so this is how it is. And I'll tie it here. I'll secure it here like this. I'm tying it here. Yes, this is how I do it if my fish line is finished. Yes, that's how it is, and this is how it's looking. So this is my new fish line. I'm going to put it inside this bead. Yes, so this is where the old fish line was. So I'm putting it inside the same place again. So on this fish line, I'm going to add 4 beads. On my right fish line, I'm going to add 4 beads on my right fish line. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you hold the 4th one and use the other fish line to cross it inside like this. Hold the 2 ends and pull it like this. Yes, so now what I'll do is that I'll flip it like this to make it easy for me to handle. Yes, like this. So now this is how it's looking. So my right fish line, I'm going to pass it through these 2 beads. Yes, these 2 beads like this. I'm passing it through the next 2 beads. the next 2 beads. So on this fish line, which is my left fish line, I'm going to add 3 beads. 1, 2, 3. So hold the third one, use the other fish line to cross it inside like this and pull the fish line. So I'm passing the fish line through these 2 beads again. These 2 beads, the next 2 beads like this. Passing it through the next 2 beads. The next 2 beads like this. So on my right fish line, that is what I passed through the next 2 beads. So I'm adding 3 beads to my left fish line. So you hold the third one and cross the fish line inside the beads again and pull it. So this is how it looks. So you pass the other fish line through the next 2 beads again. You pass the fish line through the next 2 beads again. So on this fish line, on the left fish line, you add 3 beads again. 1, 2, 3. And you use the other fish line to cross it inside like this and pull it. So this is how it's looking. So we'll continue like that till we reach the last bead. So we pass the fish line through these 2 beads again. These 2 beads. Here's the next 2 beads. Here's the next 2 beads. So now this is how it looks. So on this fish line, which is my left fish line, I'm going to add 3 beads. 3 beads on my left fish line. 1, 2, 3. So you use the other fish line to cross inside the third bead like this and pull it. And pull it like this. So now this is how it's looking. So this fish line, I'm passing it through the last bead at the end over there. I'm putting my right fish line through the last bead at the end over there. So I'm coming to 10 again. So on this fish line, I'm going to add 3 beads on this fish line. So the third one, I will hold it and use the other fish line to cross inside it like this. And this is how it's looking. So this fish line, I'm going to pass it through the next bead here. I'm passing my left fish line through the next bead here like this. So on this fish line, which is the right fish line, I'm going to add 5 beads. 5 beads. 5 beads on the right fish line. I'm adding 5 beads on the right fish line and use my left fish line to cross inside the last bead, which is the 5th bead. The 5th bead. Hold it and pull it. So this is how it's looking. So here on this fish line, I'll pass it through the next 2 beads. So I'm coming to flip it to this side to make it easy for me. I flip it to the other side. So I'm passing it through the next 2 beads again. The next 2 beads like this. Pass it through the next 2 beads again. So now on this fish line, which is my left fish line, I'm going to add 3 beads. 3 beads. 3 beads. 1, 2, 3. So hold the third one and use the other fish line to cross it inside like this. So this is how it's looking. So this fish line, I'm passing it through the next 2 beads again. The next 2 beads again. Next 2 beads and add 3 beads to the left fish line like this and pull it. So now that's what we will do till we reach the last bead. So we pass the fish line through these 2 beads again. We pass it through these 2 beads. Yes, like this. So on my right fish line, I'm going to add 3 beads on my right fish line. 1, 2, 3. So on my left fish line, I'm going to add 1 bead like this. This is how it looks. So on my right fish line, I'm going to hold the last bead and use my left fish line to cross inside the bead, and this is how it's looking. Have you seen it? This is how it looks. So on this fish line, which is my right fish line, I'm going to add 4 beads on my right fish line. 4 beads on my right fish line. 4 beads on my right fish line like this, and use the other fish line to cross inside the 4th one and pull it, and this is how it's looking. So here I'm going to flip it, yes, to handle it easily. So this fish line, I'm going to pass it through the next 2 beads. I'm going to pass it through the next 2 beads like this, and add 3 beads on the other fish line. Add 3 beads on the other fish line. Hold the 3rd one, use the other fish line to cross it inside like this and pull it. Yes, pass it through the next 2 beads again. Pass it through the next 2 beads again, and add 3 beads to the other fish line. Add 3 beads to the other fish line like this. Hold the 3rd one, use the other fish line to cross it inside the last bead like this and pull it. So that's what we will do till we reach the last bead. Yes, so here we are passing it through the next 2 beads again. We are passing it through the next 2 beads again like this, and add 3 beads on this line. Add 3 beads on this line. Hold the 3rd one and use the other fish line to cross it inside, and it's like this. So pass the other fish line through the next bead again, which is the last bead. So now we are coming to add 3 beads to our right fish line. The right fish line, you add 3 beads. Hold the last one and use the other fish line to cross it inside. Yes, so you pull it, and this is what you get. So my right fish line, I'm going to pass it through the next bead like this. So for here, I'll flip it to the other side. So I'll flip it for easy handling. So I'm adding 4 beads to my left fish line. 4 beads to my left fish line. Use the right fish line to cross it inside, and this is how it looks. So this fish line, pass it through the next 2 beads. Pass it through the next 2 beads like this. The next 2 beads like this, and add 3 beads to the right fish line. Sorry, to the left fish line. To the left fish line, you add 3 beads and use the right fish line to cross it inside the 3rd bead like this. Yeah, so this fish line, we are going to pass it through these 2 beads again. These 2 beads again like this. Yes, so you are coming to add 3 beads to this fish line, which is the left fish line. 1, 2, 3. The left hand fish line. Hold the 3rd one and use the other fish line to cross it inside, and this is how it's looking. We'll do it till we reach the last end. So here we are passing it through these 2 beads again. We are passing it through these 2 beads again like this. Pass it through these 2 beads like this. Yes, like this. So add 3 beads on this fish line. The right fish line, we are adding 3 beads to the right fish line. We are adding 3 beads. 1, 2, 3, and use the other fish line to cross it inside the third bead. And this is how it's looking. Yes, so here we are passing the left fish line through the next bead, which is 1 bead. The next bead like this. Yes, like this. Yes, so now on this fish line I'm going to add 4 beads on the right fish line. I'm going to add 4 beads on it. Hold the fourth one and use the other fish line to cross it inside the bead like this, and pull it. Yes, so now this is how it's looking. So I'm going to flip it to the other side. I'll flip it like this. Yes, so now I'm going to pass this fish line through these 2 beads again. Pass it through the next 2 beads. Pass it through the next 2 beads like this. Yes, so when you pass it through, this is how it will look. So on this fish line I'm going to add 3 beads. On my left fish line I'm adding 3 beads. Hold the third one and use the other fish line to cross it inside, and hold the fish line and pull it. Yeah, so we'll continue till we reach the last bead. So here we'll pass it through the next 2 beads again, these 2 beads. Yes, we pass it through the next 2 beads again. Pass it through the next 2 beads like this. Next 2 beads like this. So on this fish line I'm coming to add 3 beads on my right fish line. 1, 2, 3. So we use the other fish line to cross it inside the third bead and pull it. Yes, so this is how it's looking. So this fish line I'm coming to pass it through the next bead here like this. I'm passing it through the next bead like this. So here I'll flip it to make it easy for me. So on this fish line, which is the left fish line, I'm coming to add 4 beads to my left fish line. 4 beads. Hold the fourth one and use the other fish line to cross inside like this. Pull it, and this is how it looks. So I'm coming to pass the fish line through the next 2 beads. The next 2 beads like this. So on this fish line I'm coming to add 3 beads. On my left fish line again I'm adding 3 beads. Hold the third one and use the other fish line to cross it inside like this. Pull it, and this is what you get. So the next 2 beads is what I'm passing the fish line through. I'll pass the fish line through the next 2 beads again like this, and add 3 beads to the left fish line. Like this. Hold the third one and use the other fish line to cross it inside like this. Yes, the next 2 beads again. You pass it through the next 2 beads again like this, and add 3 beads to the left fish line, like this. Hold the third one and use the other fish line to cross it inside like this. So we are passing it through the next 2 beads again. We pass it through the next 2 beads again like this. We pass it through the next 2 beads and add 3 beads to the left fish line. 3 beads to the left fish line like this. Hold the third one and use the other fish line to cross inside. Pass it through the next 2 beads again. And this is the last one. We are doing. Add 3 beads on the left fish line again add 3 beads again like this and cross it inside the third one. Yes, so this is what we've gotten. Yes, this is how it looks. So here I'm going to pass the fish line through the beads. I'm going to pass it through and make a knot. Yes, I'm making a knot here like this to make it strong. I'm making a knot. So this is how it looks. This is how beautiful it's formed. Yes, so we are going to make 2 of this. Yes, 2 of this. Yes, so this is the second one. I make it off camera. We are coming to join it together to make our bag. Yes. Okay, so now we are coming to join it together to form the bag. Yes, so this is my fish line. This is my fish line. I'm putting it through the second bead and the third bead. The second and the third bead. We are going to ignore the first bead. So we pass it through the second bead and the third bead like this. So we are going to add 1 bead to the other fish line like this. Yes, the left fish line like this, and use it to pass through the second and the third bead. Pass it to the second and the third bead like this. We pass it through the second and the third bead like this. So now we pull it. Yes, so now this is what we've gotten. Add 1 bead to any side of the fish line and use the other side to cross it inside that 1 bead like this. Hold the 2 ends and pull it. Yes, hold it and pull it like this. So this is what we are getting. Yes, pass it through the next 2 beads and the other one through the next 2 beads. The right one through the next 2 beads like this. Like this. And the left one also through the next 2 beads. The next 2 beads like this. Pass it through the next 2 beads like this. Yes, so we are going to add 1 bead to any of our fish line. Add 1 bead to any of our fish line like this, and use the other fish line to cross it inside like this. Hold the 2 ends and pull it. So we are going to pass it through the next 2 beads again, the right one through the next 2 beads again. Yes, the next 2 beads again. Yes, so the left one, so we pass it through the next 2 beads again, the next 2 beads again. Yes, so we have to add here. We will add 1 bead to any of the fish line and use the second one to cross inside the beads. Hold the 2 ends and pull it together. Yes, so this is what you get. This is what you get. We continue by passing the fish line through the 2 beads. We'll continue like that. Yes, we'll continue like that. This is how it looks when you turn it. This is how it looks when you turn it. So you pass it through the next 2 beads and pass the other fish line also through the next 2 beads. Pass it through the next 2 beads like this. Yes, like this. You pass it through, and the other fish line too, we are going to pass it through the next 2 beads. The next 2 beads, add 1 bead and use the other fish line to cross it inside that 1 bead. Hold the fish line, the end of the fish line, and pull it. So this is what we will do all round. This is what we will do all round. Yes, so we continue by putting the fish line through 2 beads. continue by putting it through 2 beads, and the other side also through 2 beads like this. We add it through 2 beads like this, and add 1 bead. Use the other fish line to cross it inside like this, and that is what we will do. Add it through, pass the fish line through the 2 next beads, like this, and the other one also through the next 2 beads like this. Add 1 bead and cross it with the other fish line through, and this is how it looks. Pass it through the next bead again. So that's how we'll do it till we finish. Yes, this is the last one we are doing. So you pass it through the next 2 beads and add 1 bead. That is what we'll do to join our bag together. Yes, so this is how it looks. Yes, our bag is almost ready. This is inside, and this is how it looks. You see how beautiful it is? So now I'm coming to pass the fish line through the beads like this and make a knot. I'm passing it through the beads like this, passing it through the beads, yes, and make a knot. That is what I'm doing here. Yes, so this is how it looks. Yes, very strong and beautiful. So now this is my handle. I've fixed 1 handle already, so we are coming to fix the second one. So as you can see, this is the bead we use to join the bags together. So I'll pass it through the next 2 beads, yes. So I'll pass it through this bead here, the next 2 beads here. I will hold the ends together to make it 2, yes, like this, and I'm coming to add my beads to it. This place you can add the way you want your handle to be long. Yes, you can add it the way you want it, but for me I add 35 beads. Yes, so now this is how it looks. So here I'm coming to pass it through the same bead. So I've passed it through the same beads over there like this. You pass one to the other side and you pass the other one to the other side like this. You cross it inside that bead again. You cross it inside the bead like this. Yes, so here I will return 1 fish line to the handle beads. I'll return 1 fish line to the handle bead to make it strong. I return 1 fish line to the handle bead to pass it through it again to make it very, very strong. Yes, so here this is what I've gotten. So the other one I'll just pass it through my beads here. I'll pass it through the beads here like this. To make the bag strong, you have to pass the remaining fish line through the bag so that it will be strong for you. Yes, so I'm just passing it through the beads. Yes, I'm passing it through the beads. Okay, so if you follow me to this stage, thank you very much for your patience and thank you very, very much for staying with me. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel to get notified anytime I post a new videos. So what I'm doing right now is to cut the remaining fish line, and this is our final result. This is how our bag is looking. Very, very beautiful and strong bag. This is how it looks. Yes, thank you very much for staying with me. Bye bye.